Hey, what's going on, folks? It's been a while, which is a good thing. Haven't had really any developments until now. To be honest, I was just riding out the storm here and figuring out, how to get this, how to make this work. So it's really been non-eventful. There is a bit of a development. I kind of went a little backwards. I'm waiting on some tests. I had chemo again in my spine, and like I told you all earlier that it came back clear, and it has been, but the lower half of my body, my legs and stuff, they're not working too well. In fact, they're kind of not working at all. I'm having a lot of mobility issues, and I'm trying to deal with that the best I can. And it's a lot. So everything else kind of improved, like really great. My arm, my hands, my stomach, my bladder, everything kind of leaned out and improved for the most part, but everything except for my legs. So I got to try to figure that out, see what's going on. I started my oral chemos as well. I didn't get to the point where I was doing the bad one that I did the videos prior to this about. Working my way up to it. I started with the one, and I effed out my dosage, and that takes a little bit of time. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I did get a PET scan, and it was exactly where I said it was. I had two lumps under each. I had a lump under each arm, and I could feel it in my chest. Not a whole lot that way, but it was exactly where I said it was. So, I expected it to escalate, because as they were trying to figure out what was going on with my spine, I went, over 2 months without any treatments for the rest of my body. So of course it's going to do what it does. It wasn't that bad though. So that's good news. But I'm having a lot of issues, trying to get my body to do two things at once, get chemo in my spine and chemo in the rest of my body. So it's a tough time. I'm working through it. I'm doing my best to stay positive, I'm just, being me. But this was a really hard hit. It really is, and it's not over yet. So I have to try to figure out a way to basically function with what I got now. And like I said, it's not easy at all. But I'll learn. That's what I do. And we'll figure it out. Other than that, there's really nothing going on. Can't do much, so I just kind of hang out. And I did do something really cool for the first time. My cousin James came in and spent a couple days here with his wonderful wife, Emily. And we smoked a pork belly for the first time in my smoker. And that was freaking awesome. It came out really well. It was hard. We did pork belly and ribs. The ribs were amazing. But I'm still learning. I'm still learning that stuff. So I'm going to drive on with that. But the pork belly came out really good. And then what ended up happening is we made so many ribs that we all just ate the ribs and then we're full. So I put the pork belly in the fridge for the next day. And what we did is I sliced it about a quarter of an inch thick. And then I threw it in my cast iron skillet, kind of fried it up a little bit, and then put it on sandwiches. Wow, was that awesome. Highly recommend it. It was really good. So I think I'll probably do that again because I want to improve on that. So that's about the only thing that was new. I think I'm going to do some fishing. I don't know how I'm going to get there. I think if I climb up onto the quad, since my legs aren't working that well, if I climb onto the quad, just pull up next to the stream and use my fishing pole, I think I fish. I'm like I said, I'm learning how to deal with this, but I think it's a good time to just go fishing. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that. But yeah, so I'm waiting for, just to recap, I'm waiting for results to come back. The pathology results, for spinal fluid takes roughly 4 days to a week to come back. So we're going to try to see if maybe that episode is not over with. That's what's causing my legs to basically quit functioning. If not, then I'll have to get a whole bunch of imaging done to see what exactly is going on. It could be, honestly, they don't know. They have no idea. Like I told you guys when I said this news, there's not a lot of cases in the world where my cancer type goes in to your spinal fluid. Just typically doesn't do that. Well, leave it to Beaver here. It went in. So, everybody's kind of shooting from the hip, and I know that's a bad idea, but it's what we got. I mean, I got a lot of people working on this. I got a lot of different places. I know John Hopkins is in it. I do believe NIH is in it. It's a big collaboration. So I have a lot of eyes. I have a lot of smart, ridiculously talented people that are looking into this. So you just got to give them time, because right now everybody's just scratching their head because you don't know. Like, the central nervous system is crazy complicated. I learned that throughout this experience with a lot of help from my older sister, who's a neurologist. I got to, I have the fortunate ability to lean on her and, pick her brain and say, hey, this is funny, and what does that mean? But anyhow, I mean, the central nervous system, once it's hurt, it takes a long time to heal. So it's frustrating. Pretty much boils down to that. Can't do much, just sit around, think a lot. Sometimes that's your own worst enemy. So, staying positive, I think, is probably the best thing. And you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it comes back. I don't even care if my legs work anymore. I just want to, hang out, be alive, and, hang out with my wife and my daughter and my family and friends. So whatever happens, it happens. Can't stop it. I just have to deal with it. But it is frustrating. Honest to God, it is. I try not to let it get to me. But that's an impossible feat. I am only human. Of course, it, gets to me. But I just keep telling myself, hey, it is what it is. So I just have to work through it. I'm going to stay positive. Just like a couple of my old wrestling coaches and football coaches back in the day, if you got a lot of heart, you can do pretty much anything. So it's worked pretty well for me so far. Even though this was a bad hit, of course it was, but I could get like a really cool powered wheelchair if this goes south. Like with tracks, like a tank. I've seen those ones. That'd be pretty freaking cool. Imagine going through Walmart and you're like on a tank. You run people's feet over if you don't like them. There's the possibilities are endless. So I'll see how that goes. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but I'm prepared. You have to always prepare yourself for the worst, in a cancer fight, because a lot of times that's where it ends up. It's always a shit show. And, very few people are fortunate enough and blessed to come out on the right side, let alone come out in good shape. So we'll figure it out. We're just going to roll the punches. That's pretty much my plan. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but we'll find out. In the meantime, I think going to, like I said, smoke some meats. I'm going to keep myself busy. I think that's probably the best medicine at this point. I'm just going to keep myself busy. And, even if I accomplish one thing a day, it's better than nothing. So, all right. I'm not going to tie up too much more of your time. I'll make another one here as soon as I find some out. Right now, that's what I know is what I just told you. as soon as I get some results back, get a battle plan together, I'll let you all know what's going on. All right? So I'm gonna waddle my goofy rear end back into the house and sit down and watch some TV. Sounds like a good plan. You guys have a wonderful night. Stay safe. You know, the COVID ninjas are still out there, I guess. Whatever. And try to do something fun. Try to do at least one fun thing with your friends or family or something. Just take a little advice. Do something fun. Have a good time. Just relax a while, okay? I'll talk to you all as soon as I find something out. Have a great evening.